Friends, and I am raw to the bone. I know y'all thought I wasn't coming today because normally on Tuesdays I'm in the office, but I didn't go into the office today for two reasons. One, I have been struggling with this sinus thing, and I want to make sure that I'm good to go into the office. Good morning, Fancy K. Good morning, Uhu. I don't want to go into the office coughing and people are looking at me like I'm crazy. You know what I mean? Because ever since COVID, as soon as you have the sniffles or you cough, people are looking at you like you have some kind of new disease or something, some kind of new strain that's floating around. Good morning, Doc. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Get your coffee. I'm going to start the morning vibes for you guys. You know, I always start out the morning vibes with something to give y'all something to think about because I always say it's a good day. Even when you're having a bad day, you know, we can find some good in it. And even if we don't, go through that bad moment, go through that bad time, right? Come out on the other side. All right. And know that what ultimately
Step one, wake up early, gon' rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, be grow hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Hey, wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Hey, wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, yo. What? You always gotta fight outside the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison they rot. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts, okay, I'm taking. I got patience, one day at a time. That's how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit because it's temptation. You show yourself a foundation. It's a sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. 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 Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, y'all. Today is going to be a good day. It is a good day. You know, I actually am sweaty and clammy right now because I jumped on my bike and I did my ride before Coffee with Friends because, you know, I do ultimately, you know, when I work out, I try to find which time of day gives me my best energy boost. Let me turn this around a little bit. And for me, I find that my best energy boost is when I ride my bike in the morning, early morning. And so I had a hard time recovering this morning for several reasons. One, I've been fighting like a little sinus head cold thing. And so I didn't go into the office today. Some of you already heard me say this because I didn't want to be coughing and someone think I have COVID,
right? And so I didn't want to have to explain myself. I didn't want people to feel weird around me. These are the things that we think about these days. Hey, Naomi's like, hey, Mishibu. These are the things that we think about now when we go out. You know what I mean? Like the coughing, the sneezing and shit. People look at you like you're crazy. And it makes me uncomfortable because I want to turn around and be like, well, actually, one time I did. I was on the bus like a year or so ago, and I was coughing. And this lady turned around and she looked at me, and I looked at her and I said, well, what the hell are you looking at me for? You know, the shit could cause an argument, basically, because I'm gonna ask you, what the hell are you looking at me for? I'm coughing. The fuck? Okay. And so I will be going into the office tomorrow, but I just wanted to take another day, to chill. And plus, ultimately, last night, I just came back from my trip on Sunday. And then yesterday, I had to run over to my girlfriend's house to pick some stuff up. And when I got there, of course, the birthday shenanigans continued. And she pulled out this, oh my God, Angel. She pulled this whiskey out, baby. Oh, I can't even tell you the name of the whiskey right now because it's on my phone and my phone got the IG folks on it. But she pulled out this whiskey, this peanut butter whiskey, y'all. It was so good, right? And we did 1 shot, 2 shots, just the 4 of us, 3 shots. Her husband, joined in on the stuff. And it was just the 4 of us. And I wanted to lay down. I was ready to lay down, right? And so, I came home last night, but not home, but whatever. The fuck. Laid down and I went to sleep. And I had the best sleep last night. That peanut butter whiskey was good. Hey, Madison, right? Oh, I got to go to Austin, right? But I got to take my ass into the office tomorrow. But yeah, so I wanted to share that with y'all. So I'm going to put in product recommendations this whiskey for those that like to drink whiskey. It's a peanut butter whiskey, and it don't sound good because at first when she said peanut butter whiskey, I was like, oh, what am I doing? I could pull it up right here on my iMac. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, it's called Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. That shit is delicious. I'm gonna go put it in. I'm sweating. I'm having a hot flash. I'm still in thermal mode from riding my bike. I'm gonna put that shit in product recommendations in Discord, okay? Because I'm gonna need y'all whiskey drinkers to taste this peanut butter Screwball peanut butter whiskey. I'm going to Total Wines to get it. I am. I need it on my bar and I need it on my booze bar. It's got to be available to me at all times. Hey, Seductive Nails. Hey, Soulful BBW. Hey, African Queen, showing up in both places. Screwball and cranberry taste like a pub peanut butter and jelly. What? Really? I might need to try that. But you know what? That Screwball peanut butter, I'm telling you no lie. If I'd have seen that in the bottle just sitting there, I wouldn't have tried it. So good thing my girlfriend said, no, Robin, you have to try this because she knows I like whiskey. And so she said, you have to try this. And I'm like, I'm still growing up in the whiskey arena, right? I'm still hanging on to my little sweet whiskeys, I haven't really graduated to like, the harsher whiskeys, right? I do try, but they burn me. So I'm still growing up. All right. Still growing up, but whatever. We had a little hiccup, bad connection on IG, but it's all right. It's back now. All right. So try that, y'all. Try that. So we did some shots yesterday and I had a good time. And for those vegans out there, I know I give y'all a hard time. I do. Hey, So Blessed 2021. I know I give the vegans out there a hard time. I don't mean to, y'all. Because y'all food really be good, right? So last night, my girlfriend, who turned vegan, while the whole world around her is not, like her friends are not, her kids are not, her husband is not, right? You know what I mean? And so She knows one of my favorite dishes is ackee and saltfish. And so my ex from Jamaica used to cook it for me all the time. But then when we broke up, I was like ackee and saltfish homeless. And so Jennifer, my girlfriend, started cooking it for me. Well, baby, last night she made ackee and saltfish, but it was vegan. So I said, well, it's not fish, right? I was like, it's not freaking fish. I see the ackee, right? But what's this other stuff in here that's trying to fake it like it's fish, right? And she said it's hearts of palm or whatever, right? And I was like, hearts of what the fuck? She cooked it up like ackee and saltfish, y'all, and she made some bakes. Well, for some West Indian folks, they call it bakes. Others call it fried dumpling. And that was a debate last night because we were like, for those that call it bake, why y'all call it bake when y'all are frying it? But that's a whole nother conversation. That's the battle between the Caribbeans. Right? So that's what we had last night. And it was good. It was good. It was interesting. It didn't taste like ackee and saltfish, but it was good. All right? It was good. Mishi Boo, you said it's easy to make. You gotta boil the salt off the codfish, right? And then taste it to make sure it's not so salty. Pick it off the bones, break it up, right? Cut up your onions and shit like that. The fuck? I think I could do it. I think I could fucking do it. I think I'm gonna just go out one day and do a project and try to make some ackee and saltfish. I think I'm gonna try to do it. Since Mishi Boo said it's easy to make. But good morning, y'all. So, anything new? We haven't really talked about new TV shows in a while because there hasn't been anything that really piqued my interest. But, a couple of people got me into now watching Ginny in Georgia. I know a lot of you guys, if y'all are already watching it, y'all are on the new season. I am still on season 1, and I do like it. It has a lot of topics in there, right? It has a lot of toxic things in there, a lot of topics to discuss, right? From the children's perspective and the adults' perspective. I'm sure some of you guys on here have watched Ginny and Georgia, right? It's a good show, y'all. I didn't think I was going to be interested in it, but I am. So that show, right, Fancy K? And don't you see how many issues come out of that show? It's a lot of stuff to touch upon. Have you ever had a parent that you were embarrassed about? Yes, Fancy K, the new season is out. I'm still on season 1. Oh, the General, you still watching The Big Sky? I gotta go back to that. I'm behind. I'm way behind The Big Sky. I'm way, 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 way behind The Big Sky. But the Ginny and Georgia is good. Oh, and the new shit on Netflix, Kaleidoscope. Are y'all watching that? Now that I gotta get back to because I am into like money heist type movies and shit like that. Hey, Fire One, I'm into like heist movies and shit like that. And this one is good. And the good thing about it is, what is going on with my Wi-Fi? The fuck? Come on, Wi-Fi, act right. The weather is bad. So the Wi-Fi is acting stupid. Hey, interior room. African Queen. Okay, we need to know. Wait a minute. You said most definitely had an embarrassing parent. Well, this is what Ginny and Georgia going through. And I be looking like, when I watch these TV shows and these kids be embarrassed about their parents, I'm like, that's not even embarrassing. Like, who really had some embarrassing parents? My mother's not on here yet, and she know I love the fuck out of her. She know it, right? I love her, but she has had some embarrassing damn periods in her life where it embarrassed the hell out of me. All right. And so I understand how Ginny be feeling, but I don't think her mother is that embarrassing until she do some ratchet shit. She do be doing a little bit of ratchet shit, but it don't be as bad as what I consider the fuck embarrassing. Like I remember, and my mother's gonna kill me. I remember when I was young and we were living in Queens, and my mother's titties always been big. She always had big titties. right? And we used to, she used to come outside with the little tank tops and no bras. And I used to be like, what? Not the bras with the bra cup in it, just the tank top, no bra. I'd be like, I'm crossing the street. I don't even know you. I'm not even doing this with you. I would be so freaking mad. And she'd be like, why are you so mad? They're my titties. It's my clothes. It's my choice, or whatever the case may be. And I was like, but it's embarrassing. I used to be so fucking embarrassing. So I understand how Jenny be feeling around her friends and shit. If y'all not watching that, watch the damn show. It's a good one. All right. But Kaleidoscope is another good show. And before you watch Kaleidoscope, watch that 1 minute. They have a 1 minute thing that comes on before episode 1. Watch that 1 minute intro, right? Because it pulls you into what's about to happen in the actual show itself. And so it makes you think a little bit more deeply while you're watching the show. This is if you are into money heists and well planned out crimes and shit like that, right? Take a look at Kaleidoscope. That's on Netflix, y'all. All right. All right. And with that, y'all, we're going to move on to the positive reading of the day. January has been a heavy. Good morning, Johnny Leon Hill. Right. You know what? Let me take a pause here for a minute before I read today's positive thought, January 10th. Today's somebody's birthday. Today is somebody's birthday. I can't remember who the fucks it is. Today is somebody's birthday, though, that I know. And I can't remember who it is right now. Damn it. All right, it'll eventually come to me. But this is the one thing I want to say. Thank you, y'all, for growing Discord. Thank you, y'all, for participating in Discord. All right. I see all the commentary that goes on in Discord. This weekend, I was so busy drinking and carrying on. I couldn't keep up with the conversations. But, I see that Angel is a few pounds away from her goal weight. I see that Soulful BBW is about to pick up on some low impact Pilates or beginners Pilates. I see I Am Jacinta, right? Is it I Am Jacinta that's doing the 75-day challenge, right? And so I see you guys out there. Also that's in the fit friends category. In the mental health category, see y'all supporting each other with the positive thoughts that get plopped in there. Thank you, Zen, for dropping the daily read in there, as well as the rest of everyone else who puts their positive thoughts in there, and also those who trust us enough to go in there and share whatever is going on in their life, right? It's not because we're nosy, right? It's because we want to support each other. That's what it's about. Right. And so I want to say thank you. I do see the activities in Discord. There's a couple of activities we need to start thinking about, right? One is the Fit Friends. We need to pick a start date on our meditate and yoga, right? So I would like to pick a start date on that. All right. Good morning, Danta. I would like to pick a start date on that. Also, Angel, we talked about sip and paint. Let's do a sip and paint. We can do that on Discord. So let's create an event, right? Whenever you think, it's not going to be anything that we create quickly because we need a list of supplies, right? And so for the sip and paint, Angel, we're going to need to know. I knew you threw up an idea of what we can do for the sip and paint. And we can have a sip and paint and chat, right? And, so we need a list of supplies, right? To get the, to be able to do the sip and paint. Okay. So, we need to do that. All right. And so we need to pick dates. So let's start focusing on that in the next week. Okay. Hey, Glamour 47. And so, yes, African Queen, they can't wait for the group meditation. The group meditation, yes, we're going to pull inside for that, for the group meditation. I keep getting poor connection on my IG. I don't know what's going on with the internet today, but anyway, they actually have kits made for sip and paint. Okay, fine. So we just need to know to go get the kit, right? And we need to know what image we are doing, Angel, and how do we get the image, right? Because don't we need the image, right? So tell us what we need to get, and we will get that, and we will pick a date to do that, right? We want to keep Coffee with Friends growing. We want to keep us doing group activities together. And in each activity, we do a little chat, a little conversation, right? This is how we meet new people, right? We network, right? We support each other's businesses, we support each other's endeavors, etc. This is how we do it. All right. Thank you, African Queen. All right. That would be very, very helpful. All right. So we're going to pick a Saturday, to do sip and paint night. Okay. With Angel as our instructor. I love it. And Yoga Girl Sai, if she jumps on today, we'll see if she wants to pick a date where we do the group meditation, right? But outside of the group meditation is just to give us some foundation. We need to be doing meditation on our own as well. But we will start out with the group meditation. We will see when Sai wants to schedule that. All right. And so that's a couple of things going on. Now for the trips. New Orleans is coming, right? Coming fast and quick. All right, guys. So I have an itinerary that I shared in the NOLA committee group. I put it out there in the NOLA committee group on Discord. So for those that are in the committee, Angel, Interior, Kiss the Boys, I'm sorry if I'm missing any names, whoever is in the NOLA committee, please go into the NOLA committee voice channel and look at the chat. I put a draft itinerary out there that I want us to discuss. And I want to pick a date as to when we are going to be ready to discuss this agenda. I would like to discuss this agenda by next week. All right. That's for New Orleans, which is happening March 9th through the 12th. Okay. New Orleans is going to be a little bit more of a loose itinerary, right? More of suggestions and stuff like that. And we'll have a meeting place so that we all can meet. All right. But I want to go over the itinerary with the NOLA committee group and go through it that way. All right. All right. Now for the Cancun trip, we got a lot of stuff going on. So whoever has not booked their trip for the Cancun soiree, please make sure you will go into the link in my bio and you are clicking it because this is going to be the trip of the century. All right. Pictures will be coming soon. Videos will be coming soon. Promos will be coming soon. Y'all are going to see all the things that we are planning for Cancun. It's going to be epic, y'all. All right. I started posting. My girlfriend started posting. We started posting. It's going to be meet and greets. It's going to be drinking games. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. It's going to be a lot of activities. It's going to be theme nights. Okay. I am working on an itinerary that's going to knock y'all socks off. All right. And so keep up with the promos and the videos that you will see for this upcoming trip. This trip is going to be so epic. I am speaking it into existence that by the time I schedule the trip for 2024, whoever missed this trip is going to be sorry. All right. I want the resort to recognize that we are there. I want to make sure that they are asking us to come back. All right. I want other people in the resort to want to engage in the activities that I have planned for you guys. All right. They are going to think that me and my girlfriend are is the entertainment staff at the resort. We're going to have our own shit, y'all. All right. So if you're not booked, get booked. All right, this is all I can say. Thank you, Johnny Leon Hill. You know, these frames, I've had these frames for about 3 years, right? And originally, they're sunglasses. Originally, they were sunglasses with the mirrored lens, and I could only wear them. If you look at my picture where I'm laid out by the pool, you'll see these glasses, but it has the mirror lenses in them. I cannot read my phone with the mirrored lenses, so I took the glasses back to optical place. And I had them remove the mirrored lens sunglass prescription, and I had them put my regular lens in with my prescription, and they turn into sunglasses anyway when I go outside. And so that mirrored shit, I need to be able to read my phone, y'all, when I'm laying on the beach. And so that mirrored shit didn't work for me. That was just a waste of money, but I rocked out with it for 3 years. But thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Interior said, I wish everyone was here in Houston because I have an art therapy center that is waiting to be used. Just need funding to officially open. Oh, man, Interior Rue. I love that. So why you don't market that out in Houston to anybody that does sipping paints and shit like that? I love that. You should start advertising event space for use. Baby, I love it. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to talk about that trip. All right. And again, you know, I'm working on the itinerary for that trip. And so I will share it with the Cancun committee. Right now, the Cancun committee, I just want to say this. If you really don't want to be a little bit busy on your vacation, you do not have to be a part of the committee. I understand. Okay. The committee is going to be a little bit busy during the vacation. My room is going to be the room that is filled with all kinds of masses of stuff. All right. And so this is going to be interesting how I'm traveling to Mexico. Right now, I know some people might have had, you know, one or two people said they had bad experience in Cancun, you know, but, you know, in every country, someone is going to have a story of what happened to them. These are foreign countries, right? But when you travel to these countries, you need to do it in the most safe way, right? And so this is why I'm using an agent to make sure that we have transportation from the airport to the hotel. When you get to the hotel, you make sure you arrange, you go to the desk, and they will arrange your all of our travel back to the hotel. We not hiking outside in Cancun by ourselves, okay? You don't have to worry about that. All right. And so let's move on. So those are the activities for Coffee with Friends. Man, y'all keep me busy. Y'all keep me busy. And Terry said, I've been so focused on grants for my nonprofit. I didn't think about that. But Roy, you have an excellent point. Yes, baby girl, start renting that space out for events until you can get enough funding to do what you need to do. People do baby showers, bridal showers, you know, sweet 16s. Rent out the space as an event space. That's it. Until you get enough money and your grants come through to open it up as an art deco, right? You know, advertise the spaces available for people who want to do art classes, right? Start putting that shit out there, girl. All right. All right, y'all. So happy Tuesday. Today is January 10th. It's somebody's birthday. I don't know whose birthday it is. All right. The general said my best vacation was in Cancun 5-year wedding anniversary trip. All-inclusive resort. We was blitzed everywhere. Me too. I used to go to Cancun a lot. I told y'all I have a membership at the Temptation Resort. And I never, ever, 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 ever had an issue. And if Donovan and Damaris was on here, they can attest to this because we used to all go together, right? We used to leave the resort because where our hotel was, we could walk down and hang out at the clubs and shit, right? And I was so lit the fuck lit that I left one club. Good morning, I am Jacinta. I left one club and I started walking down the street, dancing with the crowd to go to another club. At the time, my man And Donovan, they had to come looking for me, but Donovan had to run back to go get Damaris because she was hanging on a pole. Baby, we have a good time when we go away, the fuck away. So this is why I say, be ready for the trip, okay? Nothing ever happened to us. Now we still got to be safe. The fuck? Okay, you went to the Cancun Mall as well. I got one up on you, the general. People be scared to travel around Cancun. I got the fuck on the bus. Me and my girlfriend left the resort, got on the bus. Yep, we did that little TV back sack shit for a little. They said it was safe, right? It was just the bus that go up and down, that long street or whatever. And it took us to the local area in Cancun. And because we wanted some local food, like after a couple of days at the resort, you'd be like, I'm tired of this resort food. I want some real food. I want to know what the native food tastes like. What the fuck? And we took the damn bus. Oh, you took the bus there too? Okay, General. Okay. You took the bus there too? All right. I mean, I'm just saying. So when people say they have a bad experience, I be feeling bad for them. I do, because I do know some people travel away and they have a bad experience on their vacation. And I hate that for them. I do. I hate that for them. Hey, Theo. Yes, I am Jacinta. Thank you, baby girl. Please make sure if you're joining on IG, you give me the hearts. If you're joining on YouTube, you are giving me the thumbs up. Okay? Okay, Theo. All right, my black folks. Theo said, I have taken the bus in Cancun. See, y'all? See? It's not bad. Johnny Leon Hill for Interior Roots said, rented out as a rehearsal space for theater companies. Bam! That part. That fucking part. There goes some ideas, Interior. We done gave you a bunch of ideas. You can rent it out for a lot of different things. Wait, the general said, I got one up on you. We stayed in the Airbnb with a native. Oh, the fuck you didn't. Now, see, wait a minute. You did the Hills Have Eyes type shit, the general. You really went to Cancun and did some. Now, see, okay, you the man. You won. You won, the general. Because ain't no damn the fuck way I'm going to Cancun, Mexico and getting an Airbnb. I would be scared that they're going to get me. Now, I did do an Airbnb in Puerto Rico, but I felt like Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, and I felt like y'all motherfuckers better act right. We rented an Airbnb in Puerto Rico, but we rented it downtown across from the beach, and we stayed in the Airbnb for 3 days, all right, before we onboarded the ship. Let's hear what the general has to say before I read this, because today's reading is probably going to take us to a different place. But the general, what you got to say? Right, Interior Root, take all these suggestions.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I was going to tell you about that. We actually stayed 3 days at Airbnb, actually, in Cancun. And, the lady would drive us to different places and everything.
What?
We went to a local restaurant and actually ate in a local restaurant, literally right there. And we actually hopped on a bus and drove and rode a couple hours inland to Chichen Itza to actually go to the pyramids.
Yep.
So yeah, we did all that.
See? Yeah. I did the Chichen
Yeah,
Itza too.
I want to tell you, it was cool though. She's like, man, it's breakfast every morning.
Okay.
Would give us ways to go, places to go, everything. It was awesome. We actually stayed in an apartment complex in Cancun for 3 days.
Wow. See, y'all? See, it's not that bad. All right. Thank you, General, thank you for saying that, because some people are afraid to travel out of the country. And so it's good to hear, the different experiences that people have, right? We want to hear the positives as well as the bad. So I appreciate that.
I'm taking my daughter to school, but I figured I'd hop in and give you kind of a little bit of the experience.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. All right, y'all. So That was the general who hopped on and let us know that not only did he take the bus, but he took the bus all the way to the pyramids, the Chichen Itza pyramids, which was he was out riding around the bus for a couple of hours. And so, for those that are a little bit worried about traveling, try not to worry. And for those on here, I know Fancy K indicated, I think it was Fancy K, that she had a bad experience in Cancun, and someone else on here also said that we're hoping that this experience is going to be the best. All right. And that's that's the only thing that I'm going to manifest. All right. Hey, Lulu Bells. Hey, Chef You. African Queen said the gen went all the way out. Yo, he did. I couldn't have did that. But listen, hey, Tamaris, I just talked you up. Good morning. I was telling them, trying to make them feel comfortable about going to Cancun because, some people are a little bit afraid of going to Cancun. Some people have bad experience in Cancun. And I was saying to them that when we used to go to Cancun all the time, we never had a problem. And I even told them about that time that we came out. What was that bar? We loved hanging at this specific bar. We got fucked up drunk. Damaris, what is the name of that bar? It better still be there because I want to try to visit that bar while we out in Cancun. What is that bar name? If you don't remember, ask Donovan. See if he the fuck remember. But we were trying to leave that bar. I don't know where we were going, but all I know is that they told me that my man had to come and get me because I was dancing to another club, right? But Donovan couldn't leave because Damaris was hanging on a pole. And so that was the night that somebody stepped on Damaris flip-flop, right? As we were trying to make our way back to the hotel. And not only did we make our way back to the hotel, we walked back to the hotel, fucked up drunk, okay, at wee hours in the morning, okay, walked back and somebody stepped on Damaris' slipper, right? And the whole slipper came off. So she had to walk with no shoe on her foot. The fuck? When she got back to the hotel room, her feet were black. I'm just saying. And we were safe, y'all. We were safe. I don't know if it's because our men were looking big and brawly, but but we were safe. All right. And so I'm just saying, it'll be a bomb time. Trust me. Spices. That's it. That's it. It was Spices. That's the name of the bar. I hope that shit is still there. Well, I don't know, Damaris, if y'all are coming with us in August. I know Donovan better book that fucking New Orleans trip. Now, how many times I got to tell? Did he go to the office today? Because I was supposed to go to the office today, but I didn't. He better hurry up and book the New Orleans trip. I don't know if y'all are staying at the same hotel I'm staying at, but make sure y'all book this trip now. The hell? Yeah, the general. We always, listen, you can't travel with Damaris and I and Donovan. We always get it in. And now Donovan don't have his best friend, which is my ex, to help. He gonna be in trouble when I travel with them and I ain't got. Oh, he's sick. See, everybody is sick when I travel with him. Okay, and her, baby. We don't have no limits. It's just ridiculous. All right, and so sorry for Donovan, who doesn't have his best friend to help him handle me. Okay. Well, in New Orleans, my boo gonna be there, so he gonna have to handle me. But if you come to Cancun, baby, Donovan gonna have his hands full, cause he better watch me too. The fuck? I'm just the fuck saying. Hey, Ghost. The general said we also went to the park where the little natives were dancing as well in Cancun. Taking an Uber in Cancun is a world journey. We did that in Puerto Rico. We did that in Puerto Rico. Yes, Damaris, we always have fun. We always have fun. Definitely. All right. That's why I'm telling you, they don't know how I'm going to turn the fuck up in this Cancun trip. Y'all ain't never traveled with me before. And I'm coming with some extra shit. All right. And so y'all don't want to miss this trip. It's going to be epic. I'm telling you. January 10th. All right. The positive for today. Life will work for me when I realize the experience of my faith keeps my faith alive. The experience of my faith keeps my faith alive. Now, you could take that to a religious point, or you could take it to a personal growth point, whatever it is you believe in, however you navigate your life, and whatever your faith is based on, right? You must have faith and experience in order to live life fully. I know that's right. You must have faith that all of the things you expect from life are possible for you. You know how people always talk negative shit and you be like, why the fuck are you on a negative shit? Oh, this bad thing is going to happen. Oh, this is not going to turn out good. Those people make my ass itch. It says you must have faith that all the things you expect from life are possible for you. You must have faith that no matter what life brings you, you will be able to handle it. How I remember going through a lawsuit last year, and I didn't think I was going to be able to survive through it, right? Because I thought there was going to be a few things that happened, right? One, I thought jail was going to be in my future because I was really ready for war at a different level, right? You know, I mean, just a couple of phone calls, it could have been a war, right? And then I said, nah, I got too much to lose to start a war, right? And so I had to ride through that and let my faith carry me. And at times, I wanted to give up on Coffee with Friends, y'all. I did, because I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not making any money from it. And yet I'm in the middle of a lawsuit with some jackass, okay? And yet my faith and my belief that this was possible for me kept the platform alive. And it kept the roof over my head during a very bad financial period, okay, last year. You must have faith that your faith will eventually lead to good experiences. Okay. Experience teaches you that your faith is paying off. Once you have had an experience, you know that you know. When you know, you become more faithful. Once you have an experience, it makes you want better or different experiences. True. Truth. Okay? The difference between faith and experience is this. One you must work on. The other one works on you. Which one? You must work to keep your faith alive. Sometimes, when you're sitting there and you feel like, you're in the worst place mentally and you don't think anything good is happening to you and you're asking yourself, why the fuck me? Why is this happening to me? And sometimes you want to give up on some of your hopes and your dreams and shit like that. This says you must work to keep your faith alive. When you are working on faith, it may feel as if you are going against the grain. There may be no evidence that what you believe has any validity. Going out on faith, not seeing, the end result. It's just, you just going out there without any validity at all. Okay? Still, you must move forward faithfully until you have the experience that will lead you to knowing. An experience leaves a mark on your conscience. An experience will guide your thoughts and your actions. An experience can open your heart to new horizons or close your heart in fear. How many people have been in relationships and had bad relationships, bad marriages, and you see them talk negative about marriages all the time on social media, right? Based on their experience. This says, an experience will guide your thoughts and your actions. An experience can open your heart to new horizons or close your heart in fear. Many people up in age, late 40s, 50s, 60s, single, scared to get into relationships because they've been hurt by the first marriage. And their fear is blocking the blessings of what could be. Right? In the midst of an experience, you must have faith that you will ultimately reap some benefit from what you know to be true. businesses like Interior Rue, you got this space, right? It says you must have faith that you will reap some benefit from what you sow. It is important to know what experiences to put your faith in. If you have an unpleasant experience, have faith that you will learn something new, useful, or productive. When you have a pleasant or productive experience, have faith that you can duplicate the experience and make it better. Have faith that your mind and your heart will always be open to bigger, better experiences than those you have already had. Until today, you may not have realized that your faith and your experiences work hand in hand. Just for today, use your faith to create better experiences. Use your experiences to activate a deeper sense of faith. What does this mean to y'all? Today, I am devoted to faithfully seeking to broaden my experience and to experiencing a deeper faith. What does this mean to y'all? I didn't even get into today's topic. What does this mean to y'all? Zen says she's going to be straight up ghetto. Me. You talk about me, I don't care. You know I don't care. You're going to get, listen, the one thing about RAW, and those are really my initials. See, God knew what he was doing, right? When he granted me those initials, right? The one thing you're going to learn about RAW is this. She is her initials, period. Okay, so when y'all hang with me on vacation, you in my head. I am who I am at all times. Okay, and so we're gonna have a good time. All right, you know, Zen saying it's gonna be ghetto. I'm gonna act ghetto, but I don't give up. It's still gonna be a good time. What does it mean to you to operate in your faith in your experiences? All right. Do you really ingest your experiences? And when you navigate through life, do you, say, damn, this is a product of my experiences? For example, I was talking to my girlfriend about the trips that's coming up, right? And I said, I changed my mind, y'all. I was going to do t-shirts and then I changed my mind. I'm not going to do t-shirts because I don't want to get stuck with inventory. I don't want people not to buy the shits and then I get stuck with all this inventory, right? Because I have inventory here already. And so I'm thinking of something else. I have a whole list of other things that I'm going to do, right? And so, I am gun shy when it comes to working with graphic artists. That's my thing. I am very gun shy. That's one of the reasons why I don't promote my website as much as I used to, the rawtothebone.com. I am going to start back doing that. But I mean, the website is out there, y'all. Y'all can buy products from me. You know you can. You don't have to Zelle me money or Cash App me money. The reason why I have a website is so that there's an exchange there's an exchange of product. You buy something and I get the money. We both get something, right? That's why I'm not the podcast that streams my Cash App and all that stuff, because I have a website. So if people want to support me financially, I would prefer that they buy something and they have something and the support comes back to me that way. This way, there's an even exchange of, we both get something, right? And so my website is up there, rawtothebone.com. So if anybody's interested in taking a peek, take a peek and get yourself something, right? Help the platform stay afloat. Anyway, so I got a whole bunch of things that I plan on doing. But, the graphic artist thing, I'm gun shy. So from experience, right? I know when I walk in, I do have another graphic artist that I will be using, right? And he knows what I went through with my last graphic artist, right? And so I don't want to have that problem again. And I was very clear and explicit with him about that. And he said he would never do that. But because of my experiences, any work that I get done from a graphic artist, this is something I had to learn. I'm going to get the paperwork, right? And so the t-shirts for me, I decided not to do them because, by the time I get the t-shirts, the cost of the t-shirts are going to be pricey. This is probably why the stuff on my website right now doesn't move as quickly as it should move, because I have to pay for the shirts through the graphic artist, and then I got to tack something onto it to try to make a little bit of money to get some of my money back, right? And so I decided not to do the shirts, but I do have other things that I am going to do that is going to be more financially lucrative. Okay. All right. And so with that, I do have the website, so go check the shit out. So my what this means to me is that the experiences that I've had in my life, one with business, I move a little bit differently, right, with business, and my other experiences with people, right? I posted something today on social media, and it said something to the effect of narcissists handle things by, and I'm paraphrasing, handle things by ignoring you or not speaking, like just shutting down, not speaking or whatever. Like, I hate a motherfucker who ignores me and doesn't speak to me, right? Like, that's like a trigger for me, right? Because I've dealt with that in my last relationship, where the motherfucker used to walk around here for weeks at a time and not talk to me, right? Or we wouldn't have conversation. And it's a trigger for me. And so when my experience is, I'm not fucking tolerating that no more. It's emotionally abusive. I'm not tolerating it from no man, and I'm not tolerating it from no woman. Okay, I hate that ish, right? If we cannot resolve our issues and move forward, cool. But I'm not going to be in your presence and you not speak to me. It's emotionally abusive. And I went through that last year. Okay. And I went through that the year before with people in my life. And I cannot do that. That is a trigger for me. So through my experience, right, and knowing how that triggers me and knowing how that weighs on my mental, all right, instead, the meme that I posted is exactly what I did. And I posted that meme last year because I was in the midst of that at that time. And when it popped up on my memory line, I was like, I'm not there no more. But I reposted it today to remind myself not to go back there. So what does the empath do? Walk away from a person that ignores you and stops speaking to you. That's a form of control. It's emotional abuse. Okay? And so what I have learned to do, because I used to accept it, I used to try to ignore it, I used to try to just live around it, but it was affecting me mentally. So what did I do? I exited. Stage left. That's it. Right? But when you exit stage left, see, a lot of people talk about, cutting people off and removing people from your life. But the part we don't talk about is the grief that comes with that. Everybody talks big stuff. Well, I'm just going to cut the motherfucker off. I'm just going to not deal with the motherfucker. I'm just going to do this and I'm just going to do that. But there is a period of grief that comes with that you have to accept and work through. It's not easy cutting people out of your lives that you care about. And you can still care for them, but from a distance. Save yourself, because that's emotionally abusive. So if anybody out there is going through that, learn from experience and execute to save yourself, right? And go out there with the faith of believing that your grief will pass. I didn't have faith originally that my grief would pass, but I had to develop that to get past the grieving, right? People don't talk about that part. It ain't easy cutting people out of your life, right? Or making changes based on your experience, but you have to do it with the faith and the belief that your life will be different. This is just my opinion. And I'm only telling you this based on what I myself had to go through. Right? Like, people were like, you were miserable with your husband, so why were you sad when you left? when he left, when you asked to divorce or whatever, why were you so upset? I hate when people ask me that. Just because we had an unhappy situation and we decided to part, right? There's a grief that's attached to that. But I had to have faith that I made the right decision and that based on my experiences in that relationship that I could fucking do better. Your average logical thing. Oh, you hate that too, African Queen, right? I hate when people ignore me. Like, you mad at me? Let's talk about it. Let's work through the situation, apologize, and move the fuck on. Like, even after a discussion and an apology, if you still mad and you're in my presence, you're not speaking to me. Now, today, Robin White of today, deuces. Robin White of yesterday would have stuck around hoping that the shit would pass. But that's not me no more. That's not me no more. Based on my experiences and my faith, I know that I'm going to be all right walking away from a situation that's emotionally abusive. I'm just saying, it's a message for y'all. All right. The general said, I got one artist that's about to do a podcast logo for me to put on shirts, hats, etc. Okay, the general, let me just say this. This is based on my experience. I don't care how friendly you are with them, how cool you think you are with them. When they put when they do your logo, get paperwork. I will show you. Listen, I can't pull out my paperwork right now, but I swear, I want to pull out my paperwork, but I can't. But because I gotta find it. But get paperwork that says you own the artist is transferring this artwork to you, and you are the new owner and have copyright ownership over your logo. Make sure you get paperwork that states that you own the artwork, because you do not own the artwork, the general. Once the logo is created, it's still owned by the artist. This is experience. This is my trademark attorney educating me. The artwork, no, he could put it on hats, he could put it on a t-shirt, he could put it anywhere he wants. And you can even use it. Maybe. But you do not own that artwork. Okay? The artist owns the artwork until you get paperwork from the artist that says this artwork is transferring ownership from artist and his name of his company, to the general or whatever the name of your company is. All right. And it has to specify the art, show the picture of the art. Okay. And both of y'all motherfuckers need to sign it. That's when the artwork becomes yours. That is the lesson that I had to learn the hard way. All those t-shirts and stuff that I was selling. Okay. I when I submitted for my trademark, in my registration of my business, I use the artwork images, because you have to show proof that your business is, there, right? And these motherfuckers came for me and said, that's not your artwork to share. And I said, how is it not? I put it on I paid for it. Learn lesson. General, be careful, right? And my lawyer said, this is not new for graphic artists. Graphic artists do this all the time. They will do your shirts. They will do your fucking hats, and they will wait for your business to blow the fuck up. And then they will come for you and say, you don't own that artwork. Where's your paperwork? And so these motherfuckers thought I blew up because I'm live every day. I didn't blow the fuck up, and they came for me. Now I gave you a piece of knowledge. Use it. Okay. African Queen. Oh, the average logical thinker said, yep, definitely, and psychological abuse. Definitely. Right. And the people who stop talking to you, right, who are ignoring you, who are dismissing you, right, Do you think they know that it's emotionally abusive? What do you think they're doing when they shut down and purposely not speak to you? What do you think they're doing? Do you think that they know that it's emotional abusive? I'm asking. African Queen said, yes, that grief hits really deep. It can put you in a slight depression as well. Exactly. And the one thing about me is people in my life that I cherish and hold close, they mean a lot to me. Right. And so when I have to let that person go, right, I do go through a grieving. And the friends that remain in my life, I find myself venting to my friends about it, because it bothers me. And sometimes people don't want to hear it. Sometimes people will say, oh my God, let it go. Why are you so aggravated? He or she was a bitch, or they don't deserve your friendship, or people wash it off as though you're not entitled to grieve a loss of a relationship. Y'all need to give people grace, because that was one of the things I went through when I had to depart from several relationships last year and the year before, right? Some of my friends was like, oh my God, I'm tired of hearing about it, or, it's no biggie, get over it, or whatever. They didn't let me grieve. Right. And so I felt like I had nobody to talk to about my grief. But that's where the therapy comes in, because your friends are not your therapist. Right. That's where therapy comes in, because I really needed somebody to talk to about it. And I still kind of do a little bit. Right. And my friends ain't it, because they don't want to hear it. And so I cannot grieve with them. Right. But that grief is serious, y'all. I hear that, Angel. That's fine. The average logical thinker said, I've had to silence people a time or two, but I make sure to let them know why. It was best for my sanity and esteem. Okay, but at least you gave them a reason. African Queen said they are living their life like everything is okay and their cups are being filled and there's no hurt within them. What type of person is that? Be careful of the people that you have in your life, right? Go from your experiences and your faith, right? We didn't even get to today's topic, for another day. But, you first. Put you first. Like African Queen said, those people that are emotionally abusive, right? They are living their best life. But that's just one aspect of today's conversation. The overall conversation is understand that you have to work on your faith and live through your experiences. That is the message. Yes, African Queen, I've been waiting. A narcissist. I've had a few in my life. Mm-hmm. I had a few. All right. And so, Chef, you said, I think they know that it's abusive behavior. Okay, so Chef, you think they know it's abusive behavior. So when they continue to do it, you're saying that they're doing it on purpose. That's what you're saying. This is why, a lot of people still need to heal. All right. Pat said, what is also so painful is when during a disagreement, the person hangs up the phone on you. Oh my. Pat. And they know that that's a trigger for a lot of motherfuckers. They do that shit on purpose. Pat said, what is also so painful is when during a disagreement, the person hangs up the phone on you. So disrespectful and rude. That is my trigger. Baby, that is when I'm really going to be done. That has happened to me several fucking times. And the first couple of times it happened, I let it pass. I forgave and I moved on. But the last time that blow hit me and I'm talking on the phone and I heard a click, I said, you know what? You know what? Exit left. Exit left. That's a trigger for me too, Pat. I don't fucking hang up the phone on you. If I hang up the phone on you, that means we are done. It's over. Get the fuck on. Goodbye. I'm not trying to have nothing with you. Right? But when we're arguing and you hang up the phone on me and then you call me back expecting to have a conversation or you expect to talk about it later on, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit because that is disrespectful and it is rude and it is a trigger for me too. Learn from your experiences. Pay attention to the people, places, and things in your life. Live your life through your faith. Work on your faith and live through your experiences so that we don't continue to accept these type of mistreatments in our lives. We don't continue to pick the same lousy jobs. We don't continue to raise our children in toxic ways. Work on your faith and live through your experiences. And change your environment if it's toxic without apology. Without apology. Okay? Hanging up the phone on me is disrespectful. And that happened to me. I've had to cut people off that meant a lot to me. And it hurt. Okay? And not being able to talk about it because I don't have a therapist is rough. Because sometimes I sit and I want to talk about it and I don't have someone that I can unpack this with because everybody ain't going to want to hear it. But people don't talk about the grief that comes when you have to change people, places, and things. Okay? Through living through your faith and your experiences, when you know you have to make change, change is necessary. Do it without apology and live and work through that grief and go and get therapy if you need it. And don't let anybody make it seem like it's easy to cut people off. People do it all the time. Oh, I wouldn't be bothered. I just cut them off. I wouldn't speak to them. I wouldn't do this. But nobody talks about the grief that comes behind making those moves. But we have to work on our faith and live through our experiences. We do. Hey, AG. Good morning. Johnny Leon Hill said, they know what they are doing, and they also know you are who you are and how your heart is set up. And they hope that they hope what they are doing is hurting you. It's a way to hang on to control when you come to them to resolve the issue in their minds. They take it as if they won that argument or situation. They are more concerned about winning than they are coming to a resolution. Yeah. That part. They are more concerned about winning than resolution. Don't be that person. We can't heal if we're focused on just winning and not resolution. That's a whole message. African Queen said, my block game is fucking strong. The average logical thinker said, nope, as soon as they hang up, I block. You know what? I hate to block people because I'm so fucking nosy. Like, especially on social media, I'm like, I ain't blocking you because if you talk about me in my face, I want to see what you're saying. Now, talking about blocking, a little bit off topic, and then it's 9:10. I got to end the show because my ass really should have been in the office today, so I need to log on. But, talking about blocking, AG, you still there? I got to tell you what happened to me yesterday while we were in Target. So my girlfriend is in Africa. She's been in Africa a couple of months. All right. And so, I always worry, no disrespect to the Nigerians for real, y'all. But some of y'all, come on. Some of y'all just be the scamming, the fuck. Just be honest. The fuck. Not all Nigerians, but you're the ones, right? And so she's in Nigeria. And I always worry. And she's been there for like 2 months or so, right? And I text her, just thought about her on Friday, right? As I was making my way to DC, I text her and I said, "Hey, boo, you still in Africa? Are you still traveling? Because, I get worried. Somebody go to fucking Nigeria for 2 months and just hanging the fuck out. I'm like, okay, you're American, you dress up with your diamonds and shit. I'm concerned, right? What was AG and I in Target yesterday, and my WhatsApp rang. So it was a video call from some man called Jerome, and I was like looking at my phone, and AG was like, "You know that person?" I said, "I don't know no fucking Jerome that would be calling me on WhatsApp," right? And so I answered it, but I held my phone like at a slant like this, so he couldn't see my face, and I answered it, and I could see like an image of a dark man, right? And he had this heavy Nigerian accent, and he kept saying hello, and I was like, "Hello, who are you looking for?" And he said, I'm looking for someone." And I was like, "The fuck?" So AG was like, "Hang up," and I hung up. He called back. AG answered the phone, right? This man was on video from fucking Africa. Okay, I don't know how he got my number. I don't know if they got my girlfriend's phone. I'm being serious right now, y'all. I'm really worried about my girlfriend. And so he's AG is like, "Who are you calling? Who are you looking for?" And the guy kept saying something to the effect of, "I'm calling someone," or "I'm whatever the fuck." And AG was like, don't call this phone again. Do not call this phone again." And he hung up on him. And I said, "Oh my God, I got to block this guy." AG was like, "I already blocked him." I was like, "Thank you, AG." But I'm like, that was kind of ironic that my girlfriend been in Africa for 2 months, right? She ain't she hasn't responded to my text as of Friday. Okay. She didn't respond to my text on Friday. I texted her again Saturday, and I texted her again yesterday. Finally, she responded, right? With, "I'm fine. I'm in Paris." And then all of a sudden, this morning, I see a post where she's traveling from France to Paris, right? But I tried to call her also on WhatsApp, and she didn't answer. So I'm going to try to call her again on WhatsApp today and see if she answer. Because how in the hell did somebody from Africa get my fucking phone number and call me on WhatsApp? I just wanted to bring that up when you said your block game was strong, because I was like, what the fuck? Now that's the only now people like that I will block. Okay. Yep, the average logical thinker. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Your average logical thinker. That is what I'm thinking. Oh God, email her and call her family or reach out to her friends on Facebook. That's what I do when I can't locate someone. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to call her on WhatsApp today. And if I can't call her, I'm gonna reach out to her. I don't have her niece's information. I don't have her family's information. I have her niece's best friend's Facebook information. So I will reach out to her in the inbox and be like, is she okay? Have y'all heard from her? Y'all make sure she's okay. Because I'm like, I mean, now, do you travel from Africa to France to Paris to get home? I am slightly concerned, Interior Rule. I am. AG, well, that happens all the time on social media. They did that to Alvin's account. They did that to Marcus's account. They do that on these Facebook accounts, right? Yeah, interior rule is scary. So I don't know, because AG was like, they gotta have your number if they called you on WhatsApp. So I'm glad he blocked it so they can't call me or whatever the case may be. But this is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. So I can't do a wellness check. She's in Africa. If it wasn't for the picture, hello. If it wasn't for the picture said you could do a wellness check if you know where she's supposed to be. I know. And welcome to the show. But she's in Africa. She's in Nigeria. I can't. How do I do a wellness check? And now she texts me and says she's in Paris. And Terry said, you go everywhere real easily over there, honestly. But her not answering the phone is alarming to me. I don't know what hotel. This is not like my best friend. This is an older woman who, I associate with, all right, and we keep in touch, right? I don't hang out with her all the time, and I haven't hung out with her for the last 2 years since the pandemic, and I didn't even know she was going to Africa until I saw she posted she was in Africa. But we communicated a couple of times while she was in Africa, and she was posting her pictures and shit like that. So it's not like a friend like me and AG are friends, and I know how to get in touch with some of his folks and stuff like that. I don't know enough of her people to get in touch with them. And she doesn't work. She's 73, y'all. She's retired. She is retired. She's 73 years old, retired, does not work, and she's in Nigeria. Yes. So Madison, the only thing I could do is check with the one family member that I have on Facebook that I know that I could reach, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. So y'all friends travel. Make sure if y'all are traveling to places yep, that's it. If it wasn't for the pictures, that I knew that. But going over to Africa to get your groove back by yourself at 73 is a bit dangerous. Right? You can also make the state office aware of your concerns, and they can reach out to the authorities out there just to ensure she is okay. Great idea. Great idea. Let me reach out to her again on WhatsApp today. Let me call the one family member that I know that I can get in touch with, and let's see what their thoughts are, because maybe they've heard from her and maybe it's just me not hearing from her, right? So let me just check it out with them. I know it's giving scamming or Gone Girl, right? I watch too many horror movies, y'all. Girl, a solo trip? Well, I think you'll be okay, right? She went to visit people she knew, I think, right? It wasn't like she went on a hotel. I don't think it was like a hotel, like luxury thing. I think she went to visit people she knew. Right, but Madison, we're not like the good friends like that. So she probably did tell her best friend, but I don't know her best friend's number, right? This is just a woman that, y'all have seen her. She's an older woman that I interact with, occasionally. I love her, right? And so I am going to reach out, but I just wanted to share that with y'all on here when the blocking thing came up. What happened to me yesterday, and it's been on my mind since yesterday. Since that man called my phone, and I have not been able to get in touch with her. And then this morning she texted me saying she was in Paris. That's a little weird for me. That's a little weird for me. And so I'm going to follow up with that today. I know I do the same thing, Madison. I do the same thing. I leave my itinerary and stuff like that, with people, with my friends, so that they know the fuck. Your average logical thinker said, Raw, the last time I was worried about my friend who was considered my sis got mad at me for checking on her too much. Now I put her friend associate category. And see, that's the mistake I don't want to make. I don't want to call her family and maybe they don't really know what she's doing. And then she gets mad at me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want her to get mad at me because maybe she is going there to get her groove back and she ain't tell her family. But what the fuck? I feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. So your average logical thinker, that's probably going to be my situation, right? She's probably going to say, I didn't tell them what the fuck I was doing. You know what I mean? So I'm going to WhatsApp her again today and see what the fuck is going on. And I'm going to let her know her African brothers and sisters are calling me. The fuck? I'm just saying. But you know, y'all, this is Coffee with Friends and I'm raw to the bone. I am going to go into the office tomorrow. I need to log on to work right now and let my boss know that I didn't come in today because I'm a little bit under the weather. And I didn't want to carry my germs into the office with them, with the coughing and the blowing of my nose, because I don't want them to think I have COVID, because I don't. Okay, I have sinus issues that I have every year and a dry cough that I have every single year. Okay. And I don't want people to be looking at me funny because it's going to cause an argument because I'm going to be like, what the fuck? All right. What the fuck? Interior said, at 73, we don't appreciate people loving us enough to care about our well-being. I don't know. You know, at 73, people still have secrets, the fuck, that they don't share with everybody, possibly, right? I don't know. But it is sinus season, and people don't understand that. We forgot that other shit exists outside of COVID and the flu. You know, everybody gets sick and they're like, I got the flu. I got COVID. No, you don't have the flu. People, stop it with the flu. You only have the flu once they swab you in your nose and they test you and say you have the flu. You might have an upper respiratory infection, a sinus infection, a viral infection, a stomach virus, anything. Everybody automatically thinks they got the flu. I know that I just got sinus shit. Madison says 73-year-old can be naive. My homegirl is the same way. Well, pray for me, y'all. Pray that she gets home safe and sound, and pray that I'm worried for nothing. And maybe she's just having such a good time that she doesn't have time to reach out. But I'm going to fucking WhatsApp her ass right after I get off this live. Okay, what the fuck time is it in Paris? Anybody know what time it is in Paris? Is it nighttime in Paris? Hey Siri, what time is it in Paris?
It's 3:23 p.m. in Paris, France.
Okay. So it's 3:23 p.m. in Paris. So I'm going to call her ass. There's no reason why she shouldn't be able to answer my phone at 3:23 in the afternoon. I know my sinuses are a mess too. My nose itch. It's always runny. I got to blow it. I'm hacking up cold. So I don't want to go to work like that. So I'm going to call. I'm going to let my boss know now. I will be in the office tomorrow. I'm a little bit under the weather and I didn't want to bring my coughing and sneezing into the office. All right. So with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out on some positive vibes, because you know what I say, no matter how low you feel, you can still go. We didn't get to the topic today, but that's okay. Every topic on this show is just as important. All right. And today's topic is based on, a lot of our topics is going to be based on this book, because sometimes you read the shit and then you start deep diving into what the fuck the book is saying. So, you know, we might, who knows? Right? Please keep us posted, Raw. We are fully invested at this point. Of course, I am not the type of person that will ask y'all to share a missing person's picture on social media and then not tell y'all what the fuck happens, because I hate when people do that. If you ask me or you engage me in some shit and after the fact y'all resolve it and I come and I go, what happened? And y'all be like, we don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna be like, no. The fuck, that's a lie. You asked me to fucking help your ass. You gonna fuck to tell me what happened. The fuck? It's our business. The hell? But in the meantime, between time, what?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still
and I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Raw to the Bone, and this is a happy fucking Tuesday. Remember, y'all, I'm going into the office tomorrow, So we will reconvene on Thursday. All right. But I'm pretty sure we're going to hop over to Discord and talk to Angel about this phone call she just had. So in the meantime, between time, I'm out. Gone for now, but never forever, y'all. Don't forget to book your fucking Cancun soiree trip, y'all. And get this message. Hey. Anything you want, anything you need. What? But I just slide right by the lake. What? Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Hey. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go, go. Peace, y'all, and I'm out. Go, 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 go.